Hello, the internet. It is Saturday, the 19th of June, 2021, and welcome back to the channel. Coming up in the month of July, as you may remember from last year and the year before, I am thinking about doing Julyve. What is Julyve? Simply put, it is a concept where you go live every day for the month of July. Julyve. Here's the thing. I want to ask you if you think it's worth me doing this on YouTube, even if it's worth doing, period. Given that I already do live streams daily on DLive, so that would mean there'd be a double up. There'd be YouTube and there'd be DLive. There'd be a lot of live content for the month of July. I want to put it to you yahoos in the Chisel chat, which we'll go through in a second. I want to see if you think it's worth me doing. Say hello to Perdsky. Good morning, Perdbeer. How you doing with the three little emotes there? Good morning. Mindy, hey Perd. Mindy, how you doing? Good to see you, Mindy. Hey Perdsky, hey Mindy, see you in 10. That was me. Hey Perdsky, hi Mindy, hi Benon. How's life treating you, Mindy? Life is good, Perdsky. Pretty easy day at work. Perdsky with the dancing emotes. 105 degrees for Mindy. Hey Siri, what's 105 Fahrenheit in Celsius?
105 degrees Fahrenheit is 40.6 degrees.
Oh, crikey. 40.6. Woohoo! Hey Siri, what's the temperature in Fahrenheit?
It's 57 degrees Fahrenheit right now.
We're 57 degrees Fahrenheit right now. Cold and windy and big swell. I'm not even sure if I'm going to go surfing. I've had a look. I'll explain that in a second, but it's pretty big from the southeast with wind from the southwest. This little pocket at the southern point of Culburra Beach where it wraps around could be the go. We'll see. So cold though, so cold. Mindy, I'm planning a big trip to Montana in August. I'm going to go to Glacier National Park and I'll be camping. Oh, that's sounds rad, Mindy. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Timski's in the house. G'day, Tim. How you doing? I haven't given anyone cheerses. Cheerses, earses, beers, cheers, nears, ears. That's Tim. That's Mindy. That's Perdsky. And that's it. That's just you three. Hello, you three. Hello, you three yahoos. Tim, hi, Mindy and Perd. Hey, Mindy, I finally have fiber optic internet. What? I am super jealous of that. Super jealous. What's the speeds you've got? Don't keep it to yourself, Mindy. What speeds have you got? Good morning, Benon. Good morning, Tim. How you doing, man? In Victoria Town? I think you should... Oh, wow. That was a big gust of wind there. Something blew over. Wow, that was heavy. So Perdsky says, I think you should do it, but I'll doubt I'll be able to catch many of them. So he's talking about the content here, the discussion topic. Let's bring up the chat so we can all follow along. The idea or the question I have to you yahoos is, should I even bother? I mean, look, and I don't want this to delve into a how bad is YouTube sort of spiral, which easily very... Oh, by the way, live streaming is coming to Gaze TV. Now that's going to be interesting. Live streaming, I told you before, Gaze TV isn't like shouldn't be looked at like a competitor to like DLive or Twitch or Mixer or any of those other places. But now the word is, and this is coming from the top, I did ask the question, any chance that live streaming will be coming to Gaze? And the answer back to me was yes, it's coming. So that's going to be interesting. I mean, it's not here yet, and it could be a long while off, but the way that they're monetizing, or the way that they're facilitating content creators to monetize content will be very engaging. If it's the same concept, do you remember when it was 1 Gaze token per second of upload? Their slogan is every second counts. Could you imagine if every second of a live stream counted? I mean, I live streamed for 3 hours on DLive. Imagine being paid... Well, 0.1 Gaze token for every second of your live stream. I mean, I'd have to consider my options at that point. But that's not here yet. But I just thought about that is coming. So in that regard, do we even like YouTube? It seems like I don't think live content. Actually, here's the other thing. I was going to say it doesn't do anything for my channel, but I already acknowledge that the channel is sort of dead, like deader than dead, right? It's Here, the only thing that could save this channel is if surfing, and this is matter-of-factly speaking, surfing is a thing that bigger creators are doing, like Jamie O'Brien, Nathan Florence, Ben Gravy. That's the only kind of savior or savings that I may have on this channel. If one of those yahoos catches on to my content and says, oh, look at this guy in Australia trying to surf. That's the only way this channel could ever, or if other surfers that do watch those creators, like if the Nub Nation, and what does Jamie O'Brien call his crew? Oh, if the crew, say psyched, I don't know, if the crew that watch those guys say, hey, here's the guy in Australia who's trying to surf, blah, 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 blah. That's the only way that this channel could ever get anything. Because at this point, look at the speeds Mindy's got. 348 down and 22 up. Wow. Okay. I mean, that's not great for fiber, but that would be a solid connection. That's the main point there. So, yeah, but I'm still jealous of those speeds. So that's what I'm thinking, like, because I've already got the idea and I've already got the community on Julyve, and I already do daily on Julyve. Daily on YouTube and daily on Julyve is going to be well, it was last year and it was the year before. It's a big ask, right? It's a big ask. And is the return worth it on YouTube? That's probably more the question. Timsky, I heard YouTube is starting to cull certain types of content. Channels involving pimple and blackhead removals will soon have videos banned. They've already lost revenue from advertisements. Wow, okay. Pertsky, I said this before and I know it's technically challenging, but a point of view live stream in the surf would get you noticed. A POV live stream. You have said that before, and I think I poo-pooed the idea because of the delay and the wait and the Wi-Fi and the water. How could... I need to talk to Chill Outdoors about all his underwater live streaming, and he does it all tethered, but the only way that could work is if you had a very strong Wi-Fi router transmitter on the beach, and because you can live stream from the Slack track. That's got an RTMP live streaming feature. Can you feed a camera source into it via Wi-Fi though? Or can you only send the source out via RTMP? I don't know. Although, could I take my streaming backpack down to the beach and then see that? Okay, so to do that, you'd have to RTMP from the GoPro back to a laptop, from the laptop out to the internet. So you'd have to have all of my stuff on the beach plus my laptop receiving the RTMP from the GoPro, and that would be over Wi-Fi. So you'd have to have a Wi-Fi extender or a booster, and then you've got a lot of gear on the beach. Whereas right now I've just got a Slack track on the beach, and that's it. But yeah, I agree. That would be intriguing. The other thing too, I was thinking about, like, and I know that I've said this for a long time about interviews, and I still want to do this. And the technological advancements I've made to get me to conducting interviews is getting... Calm down. It's getting closer, right? I've forgot about it for a long time, but I re-investigated it the other day, and I've got some techie which I'm already using, which does have another output. I just needed to get a display port to HDMI, and never thought about doing that. Blah blah blah. Now I think I can do interviews the way I want to, so that could be intriguing content for Julyve. But what I'm trying to say is, like, even if I approach, say, like Chris Bamman, people that said you should interview him, I got a few crypto guys I'd like to interview. They'd look at me and go, dude, your channel's all over the shop, right? Like, you got this surfing stuff, you got these live streams, your music, your this and that, and like your subscriber count doesn't match your viewer counts. There's something funky going on there. My channel is for all intents and purposes, it would have been better if I never got that bump from that snorkel video, because it's kind of thrown my whole thing into disarray. I still get requests from companies saying, can you review our snorkel? And I'm like, yeah, I can. Here's my quote. And then they're like, oh, we didn't think it'd be anywhere near that. I was like, oh, that's what it costs. And even more because it's winter. I had a request just last week and I quoted back my regular quote. And they're like, oh, we never thought it'd be anywhere near that. And I said, well, I'm in Australia and here's the weather chart for Australia right now. I can't make a snorkel mask review in these conditions. I've got to go somewhere north. And by the way, COVID, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, oh, so if we talk again in your summer, will it be cheaper? I said, theoretically, yeah, there'll be a less of a cost, but it's that old adage on YouTube where everybody wants their content out there, but no one wants to pay you for it. It's like, oh, you make videos, make me a video. Oh, you do heart surgery, fix my heart, right? The equivalent. You work on cars, my car's not working, fix my car. You're a mortgage broker. Give me a mortgage for this house for free. You see what I'm saying? Like I can't say yeah, I'll review your snorkel mask. Just send it to me. What? Aside from the views on YouTube, why would anybody just say, yeah, send me your product, I'll review it? It's such a strange thing to think of. Yeah, just send me your product and I'll do all the hard work and I'll do all your marketing and all your advertising for you. And I won't charge you. That's a weird concept. How did we get off on that tangent? You know how we get off on this tangent. It's because I am bitter about YouTube. I'm bitter about the whole concept and the whole thing. Like, as far as you broadcasting you, that doesn't exist. We know that. It's not YouTube anymore. We understand that, right? I'm sure we can all understand that it's not about you broadcasting. It's about you fitting into whatever YouTube wants you to fit into. For instance, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to make sure you don't miss any of my next uploads. All that crap. Nobody wants to do that, but everybody does it because YouTube says if you don't do it, you won't get the subs. If you don't tell your viewers to subscribe, you won't get subscribers. I have a little more faith in my viewers that they're smarter. They don't require me to mollycoddle them every freaking step of the way. If you like my content, you will come back to watch more of it. I don't need to tell you that. It's just like if you pick up a magazine in a news agency and you look flipping through it, you're like, oh, I don't mind that. I'll go and buy it. Then you'll buy the next episode, or the next issue, and the next issue. You don't need to be... The news agent hasn't got to come over to you and go, do you like that Buses and Trucks monthly? You should consider buying it. You should consider buying it and subscribing to it every month. Yeah, there's a little coupon in the back there. Cut that out. Fill your name in. Also select that box there that says you want to be sent the next issue. Yeah. And yeah, then send it in. Put a stamp on it and send it in. Like that. That's not their job, right? Their job is to sell the freaking thing. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I don't want to get too deep into the weeds of that because we do go down that avenue a lot. I'm trying to find out whether it's worth me doing. That's all. It's a lot of time and effort, and is it worth doing? And I'm blabbering and no one else is chatting, which is not strange on YouTube to hear me ramble. I have a lifetime subscription to Buses and Trucks monthly. See, I don't mind that. Buses and trucks. Buses, trucks, and automobiles. I guess this kind of would stem off into another conversation of what am I going to do when live streaming does open up on Gaze TV? How am I going to approach that? If I'm getting paid Gaze, and Gaze is an ERC20 token exchangeable to Ethereum and in your MetaMask wallet, it's a very compelling argument to start stacking that Gaze. And by the way, starting on Gaze TV live streaming would be the same as I started on Julyve. Nobody, nothing, no concept, just I'm going live on Gaze to earn Gaze token. And I want to start something here. Mindy, I'm still trying to form an opinion. Okay, cool. I like that you're thinking about it though. Let's take a little look at by the way, is everything technically okay here? Because I am using the latest version of OBS, and that's sketchy to do, but I did it this morning. Actually, I noticed one of my scenes was missing when I hope this works. If I go over here, I hope that all works the same as it should. But that was a particular scene that was missing when I came onto my onto my OBS for some reason. It's a tough call. You have a regular base on Julyve. The other thing I would have said about that, it's smooth here on my end. Thank you, Mindy. Thank you for letting me know. I was just concerned about the upgrade, and I do have the old version of OBS. That's really easy to roll back to. Love that on the Mac, but it's a little sort of just a little scary when you go. Like, I came in here and this scene wasn't even here. I was like, where's that scene? And I didn't move it, but it was not there, so I had to recreate it and blah, blah, blah. But Pertsky, on that note there, it's a tough call. You have a regular base on Julyve. Nobody can deny that Julyve is declining. Like, Julyve is 100% on the down, right? It's and it doesn't seem like anybody's doing anything to fix that, aside from a few creators that are pretty keen on community and pretty keen on sort of igniting it. That's all well and true, and that's good, but it's not coming from the staff from above. I don't know if you saw, but the latest nail in the coffin on Julyve is that the community stream, which is literally the thing that stood Julyve aside from everybody else, run by Tidy, the head of English in community, he's now talking about scrapping it entirely and putting out a video once a month, a 20-minute video featuring clips and highlights from Julyve. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding? The idea on a live streaming platform where you go live every 2 weeks and people can ask you questions about the site, you think that's a bad idea? You're going to scrap it, and in its place, you're going to bring out a monthly, not a bi-weekly, every 4 weeks, a video, 20 minutes worth, with clips from streamers, like the latest shoot up clips and jump scares and all that stuff. Seriously? First of all that crap already exists on Twitter by the dozen. There's clips coming out every 3 days from Julyve of some gamer shooting up a goat or something, and it's supposed to be compelling. I don't game, so I don't know how compelling those shoot ups are, but that comes out all the time. The thing that stood out for me was that we could talk with Julyve. We could communicate directly and get responses, and they're going to scrap it. So my opinion of that is bad move. I can't even believe it's being considered, but there it is. I caught a Burner Girl stream today, my first this month, I think. Yeah, she's been more active on other people's streams than her own. It was just her regulars, no new people. I've noted on my streams it's a dwindling viewership, dwindling comments. Yeah. My take on that is, if you're going to build something from, if you're looking at the history of Julyve and what happened earlier this year and all that Groper shit and all that fucking crap that went down, you're going to build back from that. You got to go harder, not softer. Right? You got to go. There's got to be a weekly community stream. There's got to be massive Discord promotion, massive Twitter experiences, massive Twitter presence. It's got to be hard. We got to reach out to everybody. Instead, we're doing less and less and less. There's way less community involvement, and now they're talking about scrapping it in its entirety. I think that's almost like the final nail. And we keep seeing GPs leaving. I'm Julyve, please take away my partnership. I'm done. Going somewhere else, possibly Trovo. So that does raise a question. When Gaze TV live streaming begins, I'm going to approach that the way that I approached Julyve streaming from the beginning, making a solid attempt at it. Not too sure where it goes, if it goes anywhere. But how does that play out with Julyve? Because if I'm going to do Julyve content, I'll also be committing here on YouTube for a daily stream. That could theoretically, let's hope Gaze live streaming doesn't begin until like August, September later on. If it starts in July, it'll be daily live on Julyve, Gaze, and YouTube. And I'm not talking about restreaming, I'm talking about individual streams. Pertsky, I called it last year before the insurrection. Justin Sun views Julyve as an ends of life and is focusing on other projects. That that was always the fear, and I kind of agree with you. Reluctantly, I'd agree with that. He has no real interest in Julyve. He doesn't mention Julyve in any of his live streams, which are an abomination in themselves. He doesn't mention Julyve. He mentioned the protocol, which is obviously BitTorrent file system, or no, it's also, that's Julyve, right? That was his failed Julyve project, which he's reignited under a different name, I suppose. So yeah, if it doesn't come from above and it doesn't filter through, what's that telling you? It's telling you it's sort of dead and done, isn't it? The other day on Julyve, we had a discussion where two global partners came in. Kev J Robbo and Crazy K-Man came into the chat, and I just said, oh, just out of curiosity, Keith, how many times have you chatted with Charles, the CEO? Now, I'm not doing this because whatever, and you think, oh, I know where this is going. Gibbs is going to tell us he spoke to Charles. I'm not doing it for that reason. I'm doing it for the reason that there's a hierarchy. There's Justin Sun, there's Charles Wayne. Then there could be others which we don't know about between there and there, but somewhere at that point falls Tidy. In terms of the English community, he's the head of that. Tidy did announce in that last community stream that he is no longer a part of the dev teams. He doesn't work on any development on Julyve. All the dev stuff he does is for Tidy Labs, which he then obviously sells on to Julyve. So he's got nothing to do with the dev team. He even said it's hard for me to contact them because of the time zones, so they're not even in the same part of the globe, which would lead me to believe that possibly they're either Southern Hemisphere or closer to the equator. Anyway, regardless of that, Tidy, so that connection from the top, Justin Sun, Charles Wayne, something, Tidy. Underneath that, you've got global partners in the order of GP, global partner, VP, which I am, affiliate, and then just streaming, right? So at that point where you're a GP, I would have assumed that GPs would have had a direct relationship to Charles, at least. Not Justin being the owner and the head honcho, but the CEO. I mean, if he's reached out to me a few times and he's come in and we've had private chats together, and that was when I was nothing, not nothing, just affiliated. How come GPs don't have, like, if you're a brand ambassador to the highest level, which is what a GP is, global brand ambassador, right? You can't reach out to Charles and say, hey man, I thought that would be like a part of it. It's like, yeah, I'm going to organize a meeting with Charles and just say, I got a few things on my mind. I want to ask you about this and that. I want to raise the question of why there's a merch store where people can go and buy global partner t-shirts. You know, you can go to the Julyve merch store and buy. It's like going to a YouTube merch store and buying a play button. You can physically go to the merch store and I want to buy a verified partner t-shirt. I want to buy a global partner t-shirt. It's completely. Somebody just doesn't care. Somebody's like, there's all our branding. You guys do what you want with it. Those t-shirts should be awarded as a play button of sorts. Tidy will walk. Yeah, I feel it. I feel it, Pertsky. I feel it. And then what'll happen there? I guess what'll happen there is like we'll get the same kind of community that I'm assuming the German community, the Turkish community, the Spanish community, the Portuguese. I'm assuming they don't have, like, is there a Tidy in those places that we don't know of? We never hear of it. We never hear of the German community stream. Like, why can't I go on Julyve? Why can't you go on Julyve in your time zone, Berlin, and watch the weekly or the bi-weekly German community stream? That doesn't make any sense. There's an English one. Man, we're talking about Julyve a lot here. You know what we should do? Let's bring it back to Julyve. I want to go and have a look at Julyve on the internet. Julyve. Doesn't even come up as a search term. I just wonder how populated this is on the internet. Julyve. Did you mean Julyve? Julyve? Oh, okay, can you guys see that? Here's literally my stream from today. That's interesting. I get the top search, literally the very top search of Julyve. And then Danny gets his, because this is his project, although he gave it up quite a long time ago. July and Julyve, the long distance relationship. 1 month ago. View all. Oh, wow, that's interesting. That changes the order of them. Pertsky, the problem for Julyve ignoring the Groper drama was that was for them to grow, they needed to come into compliance, but that there were less but that there was less compliance on Julyve was why so many people came there. Right. I see. If I can break out that what you were trying to say or what you did say, you're saying that people came to Julyve because it was a bit more chill, and then Julyve had to tighten that down, and therefore people got angry. Right? Decentralized, free speech, no cuts taken. You can earn and your community can earn. All those things don't exist anymore. Sorry, I'm tired. That's cool, man. Understood. Julyve Paperia. Someone's name Julyve Paperia. Fried Pod 99, 4th of Julyve, YouTube. A new challenge for my channel. Let's have a look at this. What is Julyve from Danny? Let's have a look at this.
Karate kick, I'm gonna get low. We're back again. This is the thumbnail.
Where is Danny Black?
Yeah. So my challenge is to go live every day in July.
What is with the quality here? Is that just my connection? Settings 360. Yeah, he shot it in 4K. Well, we won't go 4K. We'll go 1440. See if that makes it look better. Oh, that's much better. Much better.
Because I want to get back to the roots of vlogging.
Wow, Danny, you're missing a point there. I want to go live every day in Julyve because I want to get back to the roots of vlogging. Live streaming is not vlogging. Is that what he said? Charlotte Rose in the chat. Look who you're seeing on my channel. Charlotte, we're looking at Danny. We've got the question here, and we'll get back to this, but the question here, good morning, by the way. Is it worth me doing Julyve this year? Should I do Julyve? I'm kind of trying to get a feeling from what you guys think, given that I will already be doing, I mean, I've been doing January Vive, February Vive, March Ive, April Ive, June-Ive, Julyve, August Ive, September Ive, October Ive, November Ive, December. I missed one. I've been doing live streaming daily for like 2 years now, so I don't need to do it for a thing. But Julyve, kind of, you know, it does bring back some memories. It's a nice memory, I suppose, and it's a little project, and it's something that I could not easily, but it's something that I could make a thing for Julyve for YouTube. But it's a big ask. Potsky! Mindy, I gotta hit the road and meet some friends for dinner. Take care, everyone. No worries, Mindy. Thank you. Have a good dinner. Enjoys us. Danny is doing it again this year. Yeah, I saw his Tech is Hard announcement where he said he's doing it. But he said he's doing it just for members, with something like members only on YouTube. That's an intriguing way to do it, because at that point, you're not doing it to grow your channel, because you've already got those viewers as members, so nobody else can see it. I feel like that might be missing the point. Well, hang on, maybe not missing the point, but maybe that's not serving the... Maybe that's not so... I feel like live streaming, and in particular on YouTube, is another way to reach a further audience. But if you're limiting it to people who have only people that have become members, you're not tripping that algorithm at all. Yeah, I don't know if that's a good idea. But I wouldn't mind seeing that. You said he did an announcement video on his channel. I wouldn't mind having a look at that as well. But let's take a look at these. We're just doing a little search on YouTube for old Julyve content.
Yeah. So my challenge is to go live every day in July. Because I want to get back to the roots of vlogging, walking with the camera, and connecting with my audience. And also just trying something different. Did it make my channel explode? No.
His first stream is public, rest of the membership. If you watch his latest video, he explains why. Yeah. Okay, can you put that link in the chat, Charlotte? Pop that linky poop in the chisel chat.
Lose subscribers?
Oh, there it is, right there. There it is. Let me just grab that out. How do we do this on YouTube? Oh, I have to actually go and grab the link off the side here. This isn't like Julyve. Okay, hang on. Let me just grab this copy link. Okay, I got the link. I'll pop the poopy linky poop over here, skis, and we'll check that out after this one. It's only a minute. Yeah, we'll check this back. We'll check this out after this.
Kind of, but we'll call that more like cleaning the house. Here's a quick recap on the month. July, and I'm live. So this is Julyve.
I can't believe Daddy did that!
Yeah, welcome to Julyve.
Hey, girlfriend, you come over here now, girlfriend.
That sounds like the lady at the massage parlor.
Oh, that was, what was that stream? Was that a big creator cast stream? Look who's on there. Danny, Scotty, two Scotties, Donnelly and Mewtwo, old mate Ensby, Gina, and Bob and myself. Danny looks quite watchable, but I'm not looking for another time suck. Not too sure what that means. He's quite watchable. He's quite presentable. Is that what you mean?
YouTube sensations. That's what
I remember a lot of this stuff.
Watching another great Australian sport, the AFL. Every day was a different adventure. Yes. Some days were just fun and laughs. Others brought excitement and amazing views. Oh no! Back on solid ground. Thank goodness. This is on the Amatic Air, and wow. But the biggest part I took away from this experience is the community.
That's I'm out of time.
Creaky right there. All of these people, time after time.
Oh, time suck is time killer. Ah. Well, you wouldn't necessarily be killing time by watching this, would you? It's entertainment. Is entertainment killing time?
Coming over to watch and be part of this challenge.
Mark Insby, you just won.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi.
And as much as you got to know me, I got to know you guys a lot.
Thank you for having me on, even though I'm in a dark place. Not dark place
mentally.
Emotionally, mentally.
Like Julyve, I invented it. That's why nobody's heard of it. Welcome to Julyve.
It is July and I'm live. Good old US of A.
I don't need Pertsky, I don't need more distractions in life. Right, okay, I understand what you're saying.
He wants me to make a salad.
Tim's got a split, no worries, Timski.
Here's where we are.
Look at our wives. Look at our wives. We're doing something right in the world.
I found him.
Behind the scenes, and then
Oh, that looks cool. Wow, wow. Funky Miller.
Funky Miller.
This is the new YouTube. Let's get it again. A little bit.
I almost said NewTube.
This is NewTube YouTube.
Wow, that looks pretty... That does look like a good little package there. It's got a bit more to
Buddy,
go.
how long every day do you spend replying to Danny Black's fan mail?
Yeah, that is a great question. It is hard to get an estimate on that.
Hendrik was in that panel as well.
So hit the subscribe button and click that little bell right next to it. And check out this video. It needs a lot more
Where's that?
attention.
Where's that, folks? I jest with you. That looks presentable. Nice little package there. The trouble is, I think, and I'm not doing this just because of whatever Danny and me. I'm just doing it as I would if I looked at anybody presenting something like that. The idea of, like, this is going to come across arrogant, but all of that just for going live every day of a month. Like, not just me, but heaps of people live stream all the time, every day. Like, some Twitch streamers go live twice a day for like years to ground. They call it grinding, right? Grinding out and getting an audience. All of this just for 1 month of live streaming. It's a noble attempt and a noble idea, but it's kind of missing Like there are channels that only do live. Like no, they don't upload any pre-edited content. They only go live. So I just don't think like, yeah, I just don't think it's a huge thing. But anyway, let's take a look at the announcement from June 18. So this is yesterday. That's, by the way, my mother's 80th birthday, June 18. Yesterday, we had a good time. So this is the video here. Special announcement. It's back. So, hey, look down here. Yeah, there's more information in the more info section. Julyve is a concept I started in 2018, going live every day in July. That's when it was cool and different to be live every day. I mean, arguably, he's got a point. Not a lot of people would, well, we weren't doing it back then because we didn't have internet, but in 2019, I did it exclusively on Facebook. That's right. He did it on Facebook. That was strange. Streamlab panels are good content. You enjoy the panels. And 2020, I took the month off of social media completely for life. And now it's back for this year for members only. Starting at $1.50 a month. Cheapest chips. Happy 80th to Mumsky. Yeah, thanks, Charlotte. Yeah, it was a good day yesterday. That's why I didn't do a full stream on DLive. I just did like an hour. We watched a bit of that Ramones doco. But Poopsy came in and yeah, we had a good time. I'm a little rusty this morning, if I'm being honest. A little rusty this morning. So this is just for, okay, let's watch it. Let's watch it first. Let's go full screen.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Hey guys, have you heard of a thing called Julyve? What is Julyve?
I invented it. That's why nobody's heard of it.
Julyve is a concept where I go live every day in July.
Wow, that's so cool. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Get it? July? Live? July, and I'm live. So this is Julyve. We'll have weekly giveaways, fun hangouts, music streams. That's the way it's gonna be. Exciting adventures. You can watch me edit videos. Just fun times here. Well, kind of here. So July 1st will be a public stream like we always do on the 1st. I'll do some giveaways, we'll do some unboxing. And since not all of my subscribers want to see every live stream that I do in Julyve, it's going to be exclusive to members only. And those memberships are just starting at $1.50 Australian. I'm in Australia, so that's like over $1 US. That's like a pound maybe in Poundland.
Shut up and take my money.
Just so you know, this is not a cash grab. This is gonna be a lot more work for me, but it's gonna be so much fun. And did I mention weekly giveaways? I'm so excited. I'll still be posting regular videos on this channel, but the members get to peek behind the YouTube curtain. Okay, thanks for listening to this announcement. I'll see everybody on July 1st as it will be the usual public live stream. And I'll tell you a little bit more about what to expect for this upcoming Julyve season and giveaways and all that cool stuff. Julyve is back, baby! I'm back, baby! I'm back! Oh yeah, and subscribe if you haven't. Hit that thumbs up button. Tech is Hard podcast. There's a music channel up there and a video right there. Actually, that's the Julyve recap. Check that out.
We just watched that one. That's funny. Yeah, okay. My take on that is I think that's a bad move, making it members only. I'll go on record. I don't want to be the one to tell Danny what he's doing wrong, but I reckon that's the wrong idea. I think the better option would be to do a live stream and say, hey, we're going to wrap this up here, but if you are a member, we're going to continue for the next half an hour in the members only area. It's like when you get what's the comparison? When you buy it's like a sealed section in an adult magazine. Everybody gets the magazine, but the little bit at the end is only for those that paid more. If I remember correctly, I never bought an adult magazine when I was a kid, but I remember seeing a lot of them. Music ban, hello. Canada border closed until the 21st of July. COVID style. I want to go back and take a look at because there was other things here. So that's me. What's this? Damari Studios, July and Julyve. What's this? Am I going to get dinged for this? What is this? I don't want to play any of this. It looks like it's going to ding me. Yeah, okay. That's that. What's this? Julyve Papillaria. Facebook. Julyve Papillaria. Oh, it's going to ask me to sign in. Get out of here. Facebook, Schmacebook. Rosie can be the centerfold. Pertsky. There's actually a business called Julyve Papelaria. Wow, printing service, big box retailer, Julyve Papelaria. Well, that's interesting. That's intriguing. Hey, it's spelled the same way too. Could it be that Danny didn't make this up? Crikey. Fried pod, 4th of Julyve. That's just someone typing it incorrectly. A new challenge for my channel. Did we watch this one, or is this another one? Don't know if we watched this one or not.
Hey, what do you think of the show?
It was fantastic.
I loved it.
No, we didn't watch this one.
What do you think of this whole thing? Is it like
I love Danny Black.
So good.
Use that over and over again.
it's me?
Sydney.
So the last video on this channel, you saw me go from Sydney to Brisbane. Well, hold up. Let's actually take that back. Let's go in reverse. So just like that, I'm back on the Pacific Explorer, and it's been fun, but this is gonna be a different kind of cruise. It's gonna be a comedy cruise, and so I really wanna show some of that, and let's see if it's as funny as they say it is.
Hi, let's give a round of applause for those guys.
Danny was dabbling in the teal and aqua. Look at that color grading. Can I go on record and say I fucking hated that era of YouTube. The teal and everybody, and then it moved into that stupid Peter McKinnon transition where you've got to move the camera in and back out to the next thing. It was just these. It was so cringy. I hated that look on YouTube.
Hey, let's give a round of applause for those guys.
It's just like a festival. You got to juggle from one end of the boat to the other to get there, but it's bloody fantastic.
Come to New Zealand, you might experience some mild discomfort.
Some of the stuff that Danny did was really rad, but also strange because like a lot of it was almost like promo for P&O, but he never was actually a promo. Like he never was tied into that as his role. He was there like a musician on board, like what they call it, fly-in entertainers. But he basically did a whole bunch of extra work for P&O that never quite got him to being the media guy for P&O, which is sort of sucks actually.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Amazing. Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of like, when you look at this, it's like TMZ, but for the boat, right? For the ship. He should be staff for P&O in charge of promotions, onboard promotions, for sure. This is like my personal hell, says Pertsky. Getting stuck on a vessel with Burjois boomers? Right. Well, I had fun on the ship that I went on with Danny, but there's that teal and aqua. It just looks so bad, hey, like, yeah, I don't know, that was all the rage.
Absolutely loving it. What are you looking at?
I don't reckon I feel different to say that to you.
Oh, wait, you thought you were gonna see a typical Danny Black video about a cruise? That's actually not what this is.
I guess the other thing to say about that is that there's those images in the lift. You got to. I guess what he was doing here was he was faking it till he made it, right? Like do all this until P&O stand up and go, oh, dude, you're good at that. Like, we've got a role for you. I know you're on board as a fly-in musician, but maybe every second month we need you to come in and do an extra 4 days of content creation and then just supply us the footage and we'll go for the edit, that kind of thing. Like, guess he was trying to push to that level, but it doesn't seem like it ever went anywhere to that. Certainly not when I was there anyway. Charlotte Rose, I'm 99% sure I was on that cruise. That's kind of strange, isn't it? You're on the same ship boat.
Can I just address the elephant in the room? So I bet you're wondering why I haven't posted in a few weeks. To be honest, you're not wondering that. I know that.
COVID? Oh, this is before COVID,
I mean,
isn't
it's
it?
been a bunch of crazy weeks. I've been doing a lot of videos for other companies and projects for side channels. And one major thing I learned is that it's hard to really be creative.
Posting videos for other companies?
I mean, it's been a bunch of crazy weeks. I've been doing a lot of videos for other companies and projects for side channels.
I missed all that. I never saw any other company videos.
And one major thing I learned is that it's hard to really be creative and focus on my channel when I'm doing videos for other people.
Thanks for coming out. See you in a couple weeks.
Who was he making videos for? Did anybody know that? Charlotte, do you know who he was making videos for? I didn't know that. I did. Maybe. I mean, when did this go up? Is this when after the fallout? June 26, 2018. That must have been just before or when. I can't remember the date when I went on board the Explorer.
My priority has been this channel right here, where I've invested like countless amount of hours editing and creating. Just for you guys. Just for you guys. But it's been a great cruise and a great crowd, and I just love playing on these cruise ships.
Turn back time. If I could turn back time.
And I started this channel not to show off, but to show my completely random, interesting life of a musician, and also showcase the music that I create.
He said him and Emma both do Instagram and Facebook work for P&O. I mean, there were times... That's a great shot, by the way. The bridge coming through the rocks. There were definitely times when Danny was in charge of the P&O live feed. But in terms of a job, like getting that as like a... Okay, well, we don't have space for you as an onboard musician for this cruise, but we definitely have space for you. Because at that point, you're dual rolling. Like you're not just being a musician, you're being a content creator. Yeah, but someone in that role handing you the Instagram saying, go and get some shots and make sure they got the filter on, that kind of thing. Not what I meant. Like I meant like trying to work that into something, which is obviously what he was going for. But, yeah, interesting. I must admit, I missed all this.
Bye, guys.
That was an awkward goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Nobody said goodbye, really.
But the problem I'm having with
he definitely deserves that role, and that's what I'm saying. Like he was good, or he is good at this. Like someone at P&O should have been like, dudes, we got this person already doing this. Hook him up, get it done, get him like sign this guy up. That should have been done ages ago. This is 2018, and like, although then COVID hit, so it might have been a short-lived affair. But
it's that I feel like I've lost touch with my audience. Where there's things that I want to show you and say, but usually I edit it out just to keep these videos nice and snappy. And all those quick, snappy edits keep me working at a desk for like 8 to 10 hours. And that's not even my job. And
how old is he? He's a little younger than me. He'd be, well, I'm 45. Danny would be, he wouldn't have hit 40 yet, would he? He'd be 38, 39, I think.
What you might see in a 5-minute weekly video.
Oh, that goes back to when
5-minute weekly video.
His subscription list included me. So that. Oh, and Nick Cole. Is that Nicholas Cole?
And there's more to my life than what you might see in a 5-minute weekly video.
Hold on. Oh, Will Smith. I thought that was Nicholas Cole, that bald-headed guy. That's Will Smith. Yeah, but if I'm still in his sub, why I'm not resubscribing to Casey Neistat? If I'm still in his sub list, then this is before the Before the madness. Marquez Brownlee, Gina Walters, Philly D. YouTube up there too. Cody Warner, how's Cody Warner doing these days? What's he doing?
Believe me, I haven't run out of adventures. Actually, they're coming quite quick.
Hi, how are you?
I love that shot, the boarding pass like that.
But what's the point of building an audience if you're not even connecting with them? So now I'm back in Brisbane for a couple of weeks.
Isn't this about July?
And it's time for something different.
There we go.
So starting next week, wait, that won't work. That won't work because most of you don't watch this video when it comes right out.
Charlotte Rose says, I'm not too sure if they actually employ him for that, but fun fact, I heard of Danny before I went on my first ever cruise through a cruise forum, and they saw him on board, and rest is history. Right, yeah. Yeah, I mean, things can definitely have changed. Well, maybe not with COVID, but things certainly could have changed before COVID and after the breakup, and between that and COVID. I'm not too sure what's going on with his life in terms of P&O, but definitely when I was there, he wasn't. I remember him talking to what do they call him, the cruise director, and he was pushing for it, or not pushing, but edging towards it. But it didn't seem like. I feel like P&O dropped the ball. I feel like nobody at P&O really saw, or maybe it's because P&O don't need that kind of promo. Like they've already got a captive audience that's already buying tickets. I don't know, but yeah. You heard about him through a forum, right? Yeah, that's cool.
So let's just say starting in July. So starting in July, I'm creating a thing called Julyve.
All right, so this is before the first one.
This is where I go live every day in July. It could be 5 minutes, it could be an hour. It really depends on what's going on.
So how do you go from like this concept of the first time he did it, how does he go from doing that to really keep in touch with his audience to now doing it only for members that are going to pay? I don't make that connection. Marketing budgets are usually predetermined the year before, right on Pertsky, yeah. Yeah.
So there'll be like live gigs, giveaways, some tech stuff, just fun adventures, but it will all be live, which means I get to take a break from editing videos. Now, 3 things. First thing is, before you go searching for that unsub button because you don't want your feed to be dominated by my face, I have a plan for that, and I'll explain that on the first day, so don't worry. And the second thing is, if you want to do this, you can do it. I'd love it if more people got on board with this and it became a real thing. Julyve. Julyve. And I'm just wondering, is anyone even still watching this video? Are you still there? If you are, write a comment at the bottom and say, that thing at the end was amazing. Trust me.
Oh wow, that was the wrap?
And just so I'm not lying, here's something epic to end on.
Persky, he's certainly more enjoyable to watch than
Thanks
that
so much
Rosie
for watching
guy.
and
Right.
being a part of this channel and making it this far in the video. I mean, if you want to see more of this stuff, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to be notified from my live feed, make sure you click that bell next to it. And check out another video.
Oh, forgot his own in card. Easy thing to forget.
And I'll see you for July. There we go. Perfect. All right, that was just the practice. I'm kidding.
Well, there you go. Was there anything else that we missed in this when we searched for Julyve? I don't think there was. Damari Studios, July and Julyve. Yeah, okay. Well, that's what about just an all search? Julyve hashtag on Instagram. Oh, that'd be Danny for sure, right? Rosie Guy gone AWOL. Jay Boston. Oh, there is some, yeah, so these are all older Julyve. That looks like a that photo there looks like an ad for like a cocktail or something. Then it goes to a foreign languages tagging Julyve. It's an interesting concept. I just feel like I don't know. Like I feel like maybe for me, I don't know if it's going to do anything. Like I don't know if it's worth. Is it worth going ahead and? I mean, that's the point of this stream, to work out whether I'm going to do this for the month of July. Rest in peace, Rosie the Shark. Rest in peace, Jay Boston. If I know Jay, which I don't anymore, but I reckon he's coming back with something. So he did his what was the guy's name that he would talk to on his little? That he came out with the commando stuff. Like that was so cringy. I reckon what he's doing is he's retweaking all that stuff, and he's going to still do that concept, but it'll be like maybe maybe he spent all this time making a bunker or something, and he'll come back with like all be in camouflage suits, and like the stream will be like heaps of like Mission Impossible tech and like guns and ammunition and all that, and somehow he's going to tie that into electric skateboards. I don't know. 15-minute streams. I mean, I was thinking not really to do any like timed streams, just to come live and just have a chit chat. Like, and when we have interviews, we'll have interviews. When we have discussion points, when things happen, we'll go out and do a stream. When we might do IRL as well. I'm just thinking about it. I guess I'm thinking, what am I hoping to achieve from it? Hey, maybe I should do it for members only. Maybe I should open up I've had memberships available here forever and I haven't touched it. Hey, should I be hitting members only live streams? That'd be interesting. Okay, there's the question. Would you pay to see a live stream every day in July? I guess that's the question Danny should have asked his audience. Would you pay to see a live stream? See, I don't think that my live streams here on YouTube are worth paying for. Hell no. They're not worth, this is not worth paying for. I can't even believe I do them. They're that bad. But I don't know. Female members only, cut of meat, cut of meat, cut of meat, cut of meat, cut of meat. We could call them the cut of meat Julyve streams. Bring your meat. Oh, crikey. Interesting. Interesting. Cut of meat, cut of meat. You know what we should do? We should do Creator Cast should reform, and we should do a members only live stream with all four of us. Imagine that. You get the notification on Creator Cast, and the title is Jay Jay Boston gives a minute YouTube, and Danny Black members only. That'd be an intriguing stream. Manlich verboten, männlich forbidden, manlich. I know verboten is forbidden. All right. Well, I'm getting. I haven't really had a conclusive answer here, have I? Should we do Julyve or not? I guess if Charlotte's still here, it's just you and Perdsky. Music Man may be in the chat still. Men forbidden. Music Man and Charlotte. Who else have we got? And Timsky had to leave. It's just you three anyway. Mindy left as well. Why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? I mean, we can try it. I mean, look, it's no big deal. Just go live in July. It's up to you. Just if was a wild current event. Music Man saying only go live if there was something like if there was like a topical story. That's kind of back again. Tim's back. Hey Tim, So that's not the idea though. The idea is to go live every day for like the weatherman on the street interviews might be fun, like IRL. Yeah. Unfortunately, down here, it's such a small community. There isn't like, it's not like the city where you can just walk out and bump into people. There's hardly anybody around here, and COVID makes it even worse. That could be a thing though. Tetris Freak. Hey Gibbs. G'day Tetris Freak. How you doing? Good to see you. What's your thoughts, my friend? That's a little cheers for you. What do you think? Should I do Julyve this year? Should I go live every day in July on YouTube? Given that I'll already be doing that on DLive anyway, should I do it on YouTube? How is Sam doing? Pertsky, I haven't heard from Sam since... Last I spoke to Sam was when we were going to... Or when I did the... Cognac IRL streams. That was the last time that she was going to come with on that stream, and something happened. I can't recall what the thing was, but she didn't come on that stream, and that's the last I spoke to her. But I know she sold the cafe. She sold out. No, sold up, not out. She sold up. She's out. And Red Vest. I've seen Red Vest in passing. So I was doing my fitness walk, and he was driving up to Crookhaven to check the surf, and he drove past me, and he gave me a weird smirk. I'd call it a smirk. I'm like, dude, you're the one that's sitting this close to an AVO, and you're smirking at me. Like, I was like, I'm just walking, head down, hat on, music in my ears, doing a fitness walk, power walk, and I don't even know what vehicle he has. Now I do, but I didn't know before. And it's kind of a narrow bit of road, and just kind of, I'm walking on the right-hand side. I'm walking against the flow of traffic. But when I say flow of traffic, you might get a car every 17 minutes on that up there at the caravan park. And this car just came, had to go over a speed bump. That's right, there's a speed bump there. And so this car slowed down. And when he got close enough, I could look in and see it was Red Vest. And he gave me this weird, all I say is it was a weird smirk. Do you beachcomb? What washes up around there? I don't beachcomb. I know what you mean, like search for things on the beach. I mean, I look down as I walk along the beach, and often you see golf balls and what have I seen? I've found a couple of drones. I've found a lot of clothing, like hoodies and stuff like that. Yeah, mainly that, golf balls, hoodies, and drones. What a tool. What a tool. I mean, I don't know, like, my plan with him is the moment, like, if I'm surfing and he comes out, or if we're out together or something, my plan is to say, hey, man, hey, Red Vest, or hey, and then I'm going to give his full name, because I know his full name now from the cops. I got nothing more to say to you except if you lay a hand on me again, or if you damage any of my gear, I'm going ahead with the AVO. And that's all I'm going to say. Like, I'm not going to enter into any discussion with him about anything. I'm going to say, dude, if you touch me again, if you threaten me, if you lay a hand on me, or if you damage any of my gear, I'm going ahead with the AVO. And then this will suck for him, because then he can't come within a certain amount of meters to me. So that means if I'm surfing, he can't go out. He'll breach his AVO. So I'm not entertaining any discussion about it. I'm not saying whatever. I'm saying that's what's happening. And then if he takes it further, then we'll go ahead with the AVO, and I'll publish the punch footage. I've been holding off on that, keeping it to myself to see how he responds about the situation, because he's 100% in the wrong, and he lied to the police. And they know that because they've seen the punching footage, so they know that he's lying. They said to me, dude, you go ahead and put the AVO out. Easy. You'll be protected, and you'll go ahead, and that's what you'll do. And I'm thinking, well, I don't want to restrict this guy from doing what he wants to do, but that's exactly what an AVO will do. That'll restrict him from coming anywhere near me, and that'll suck for surfing. Benon, have you heard or seen from Patrick the Viking? No, I haven't. Last I checked, his channel was about 8 months ago, and he still had that same last surfing video up there. Tetris says, if you can do it without a lot of stress, sure. Yeah, I can go live like within the if I'm sitting down and I want to go live, it'll take me 3 minutes to go live. I've got to just change my Stream Deck profile to the YouTube profile, change my OBS profile to YouTube, and change my restream outputs to YouTube, and then click go live. Is it a red car? It actually is. It's a red car. It is. Funnily enough, he drives a red, what's it, like a little, it's a ute. Americans would know it as a truck, but we call it a ute, a utility. Utility! It's a red utility. DTQ is the number plate, or the letters of the license plate. And I also know he is a gardener. I know all this about the guy, right? So he's not like, it's not a mystery. But the thing is, the way he acts when I do actually see him like surfing next, that's going to determine where this goes. If he gets aggressive with me, 100% I'm going 100% going ahead with the AVO. I've already got the process begun, and the way he responds now will determine my next step. And if he does anything, if he threatens me, if he touches me, if he damages my gear or any of his mates, the AVO is going down. And I got the footage of the punch. I got the footage of the rocks being thrown. I got the proof of it. I've got anecdotal evidence. I shouldn't be speaking too much about this, but I've got it. It's ready to go. Did you pull the chips on the drone and find the owners? Yeah, Music Man, I did actually. I did. The first one was a, I found two. The first drone was a sort of like a budget racing drone, like an FPV. Oh no, sorry, that was the second one. The second one was the budget FPV, and that didn't have a card in it. So I just chucked that in the bin. I searched everywhere. I even searched for like a screw. Sometimes they have screw places where you got to screw and put the SD in. The other one, so that was the second one. I found that actually on the Oval, not even on the beach. But the other one did have a card in it, and I withdrew all the images and I put them on Facebook. This is a cool story actually. You can search back through my Facebook. Actually I can show it to you. Hey, let me just see if I can find it on my Facebook. I guess I'll go to my profile, go to photos. It's going to be about a year ago. Let me just see if I can bring this up pretty quickly. Oh wow, they're not even in any, these photos aren't in any order. Can I search my own profile? I can. Search profile. If I search for drone, searching profile. Here it is. Anybody lost their drone on Culburra Beach? Here we go. I'll drag this over here. Let me show you this. You guys can see that. I'm not too sure what you're seeing now. Yeah, there you go. September the 7th, 2018. Anybody lost their drone at Culburra Beach? Might be slightly water damaged. Get in touch if it's yours. Found 8:30 a.m. Friday this morning. Update. SD card is now back with the owner. Drone is in the bin. All is well. Update. Turns there was an SD card in the drone. Kind of hard to locate it. Blah, 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 blah. These were the photos that were in the drone. That's the drone there. These were the photos that were on there. And by these photos, I literally found the owner of the drone, and he was really, really stoked on. I know where that is, by the way. That's Tom Ugly's bridge. He was super stoked on. Which there's one photo in here that he was wrapped on. That's Kangaroo Valley. Which one was it? That's him launching it. Actually, that's not it. That's a different oval. That's Culburra Beach. There was one. I didn't put all the photos. There was a photo in there that he was so stoked on because it was taken from like a balcony, like an internal balcony in a house looking down. And to me, it just looked like that's a living area or a space of whatever. And it turns out he told me that was a photo of either his brother's house the day that they bought it or the day that they sold it. Either way, that photo was super important. And he's like, I can't believe, he said, of all the stuff like this photo and these photos, he said, I don't care too much for them. They can go back and get those photos again. But that one photo of the house, he's like, dude, unbelievable. He said, I didn't even know that was on that SD card. He's like, I can't believe I got that photo back. I was like, no worries, man. So he got it back in the mail, and then he said, just ditch the drone. Pertsky, if they encourage you to take the AVO out, that makes me think he's previously known to them. That's true. That's true. That's true. Tim, an AVO will also affect any potential jobs he may go for in the future, which, let's face it, he deserves. Probably treats women fairly badly too. We don't know, like... So I had a speculation of where he lived, and I got that wrong. The cops said to me his name is... And in fact, the cops probably shouldn't have done that, but they gave me his full name, and they said that he doesn't live where you think he does. Because I thought I saw him... Because I'd seen him months and months and months ago before this incident. I'd seen him and the other dudes pulling up at the boat ramp, probably coming back from the break wall. And I even said, oh, did you guys go and surf the break wall or something? And he's like, oh, no, that wasn't that time. Sorry. I spoke to him afterwards in the surf. So we've spoke a bunch before. Like, for him to do what he did, it's like... Pfft. Anyway, I said, oh, were you guys coming back from the break wall that day? And he's like, oh, I don't know. I can't remember what day it was. Probably. So those guys go... And what I'm saying is I saw him get into a truck, a ute, not the one that I saw him driving. And I thought I saw that in another house with a boat with the trailer, but I got that all wrong. But anyway, the cops told me that it's not where he lives, and they told me his name and what he does. And yeah, it's up to him now. It's whatever he chooses, however he chooses to act is going to determine what I do from here on in. And if an AVO affects him in future employment, that sucks, right? That'll suck for him. That's why I don't want to do it. That's why my ultimate goal with this would be for him to say, dude, we completely overreacted with this crap. I shouldn't have done that. That was stupid. You're getting good at surfing. I can help you. Let's all surf together. This is stupid, right? That would be the best result here. But I don't think that's how this guy. I don't think he has the mental capacity for that. I think he's just a little bit of a thug, to be honest. I think he's a bit of, considering the initial incident isn't even him. That's the thing that's completely confusing. He's got it all wrong that he thinks he's that dude in that video. It's not. It's confusing. It's a little funny when you think about it. All of this because he thinks he's the guy that cut me off when he's in that footage, but he's not the guy on the wave. And he's got a red, and he's even going, I'm red vest guy. I'm like, I know that's not you, dude. Look in the video. Red vest guy is off to the side. That's not you. How can you get that wrong? Pudsky, I had a situation with a neighbor on one of my friends here in Berlin, a million times worse than Red Vest. Police wouldn't tell us anything. I just wanted to know if he was known to have committed violent acts in the past, but police said under data protection they can't say anything. That's why I find it interesting that the cops did give me his full name. Mind you, I have been talking to other surfers since then, and they've also confirmed his name. And that's without me telling them his name. I've just said, oh, there's a guy, he surfs in red vest in the summer, white and red, kind of he's a good looking, strong, big guy, right? Like, and I said, and he's a ripper, and they're like, oh yeah, and they told me his name without me saying his name is. They said, oh, that's so and so. So I'm like, oh, okay. So that confirms it a bunch of times. Yeah. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Maybe we should do daily red vest updates on Julyve. Let's wrap this up, folks, because I think I'm going to go surfing. It's big, it's from the southeast, and the wind is from the southwest. If I know my beach sort of relatively okay, that should mean the southern tip of Culburra Beach underneath Tilbury Cove might be a little more protected. I'm going to go and have a look at it and see. Tetris Freak, what's his problem? Yeah, exactly. That's exactly my question. So I'm going to wrap this up here, folks. And, well, it's how many more... Where's the calendar? How many more days until... Calculator? Not calculator, calendar. How many more days until Julyve? We got another... Either way, we got another week. We got another regular stream next week, and we'll decide, I guess, at that point, whether we do Julyve or not. But have a think about it. Have a think about it throughout this week, and come back to me with an answer if we're going to go Juliving for the month of July 2021. And I'll see you all on DLive later on today. Jesus.